And then I thought, I'm like, wait, this is kind of a freeway. Like cars are gonna go 60. If we stopped abruptly, they're gonna run us over. I got the name Smaish originally because I used to go on party rides with Midnight Riders, and I found it was a way for me to just jam out in the night streets. This time, you know, I had a whole like disobeying the rules kind of mentality, fixie-foo mentality, if you will. My friend and I, we were going across the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. And if anybody's familiar, the Golden Gate Bridge, it has a really wide like sidewalk area, probably like 6 feet wide, if not bigger, for pedestrians, for cyclists. And so we're jamming out, heading north on the bridge, and then there was a point where there's just pedestrian traffic. So many people blocked the lane, you know, and we're like, oh, what's going on? Like, something's up, like there's an accident. We see an ambulance, we see police cars. So my friend and I were like, whoa, geez, like, what do we do? And we look, we see to our left, like an ambulance had blocked the right lane. And I look at him and he looks at me and he's like, yo, Smaish, you wanna go? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So we put our bikes, totally aware of what we were doing, put our bikes over the fence, and we started jamming out, taking like little like videos like, ah, look at us, we're on this side. And then I was like, yo, dude, we gotta go. Like, it's a freeway. Like, the Golden Gate Bridge, probably cars going like, I think the speed limit's like 50. Sometimes they go like 60 miles per hour. And so we start going and we're on a slight downhill. And I see ahead, I was like, oh, there's like a bridge grate thing. You know, I thought it was like a little gutter, whatever. And we get closer, like, oh, this is a grate. Like, we're gonna have to bunny hop. And so I'm like, all right, I think I still can bunny hop a fixed gear. Like, and we do it, we clear the first grate. And then we're booking it, and sprinting, right? Going slight downhill, probably like 30 miles per hour. And then I see another grate approaching, fast approaching. This grate was probably 3-4 feet. And I was like, do we skid stop? Do we like abruptly like whip skid? And then I thought, I'm like, wait, this is kind of a freeway. Like cars are gonna go 60. If we stopped abruptly, they're gonna run us over. And so I take the risk. I was like, all right, gonna really try to bunny hop this. So like really press in and lift up. And I'm like doing it, right? And then I see, I'm like, okay, my wheel's gonna land like, here's the bridge grate. My wheel's gonna land like on the grate, and it does. And then because it's so long, it's like 4 feet, like my wheel slides in and I immediately flip head first. Didn't even have time to lift my hands off the bars. I literally, 30 miles per hour, boom, knocked out cold on the Golden Gate Bridge. And then after this accident, I was hospitalized for 4 days. I got like a nice little chipped tooth, got a nice scar. They're sewing me up, sewing my chin up. Like this was like the least worst of it, the scar and the tooth. It was, the impact was so intense, hitting my head, cracked my helmet, of course. I was swearing off track bikes. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna ride anything without brakes ever again. Maybe I should take up golf. You know, and then I received like a lot of overwhelming support. And looking back on it, I was like, well, I'd be a little more patient. But funny thing is, I went back to riding brakeless track bikes. You know, then joined Team Nonstop. And that's all we do is we race brakeless bikes, you know? I think racing bikes, I think hopping back on the bike, you know, acknowledging that fear of being in an accident, acknowledging, learning from it, and then retraining your brain that it's okay. It just takes time with anything.